Yes. Let's go. You can do it. Yes. You can do it. Sebastian. Keep going. Keep going. Woo!
Okay, let's talk about my shoe rotation for this year. I'm not gonna go into detail about every shoe. I'm just gonna go through it real quick. Before we start, I need to address something that happened this weekend, which was my season opener. Yes, I had my season opener, and unfortunately, I wasn't able to record it just because the camera didn't have enough storage, and I didn't catch that until we were there, and I was ready to record. And actually, my family was gonna help me record, and didn't have storage. So, I still got some clips, so let's talk about it real quick. I felt good. Felt really good. I'm not sure how I was gonna do. For sure, the mentality was go out there and stay at the front pack and see how I did. Fun fact: this was probably the biggest meet of the year, with 1,400 student athletes competing on it. Not in the same race, but spread out between 1A through 4A, 5A through 6A, and middle school races. So 1,400 students, it's a lot. Pack season opener for a lot of us. I ended up getting second place in the 1A 4A division with a time of 16:32, which was a 45-second PR and almost a minute and something improvement from last year. So it was amazing. I was happy. I could have had in the win for sure, but it was just the end. It was the first half, which was good. I was there, and then it was the second half where two problems that I'm working on. Two, it was I led the race, which I need to sit and kick, or go out there, try to create the gap to where if he tries to kick, the gap is big enough for him to not be able to catch me. But I tried doing both. I tried keeping up and creating the gap like 800 meters to go, which wasn't enough, of course. And I didn't finish actually, in one of the clips you can see that I gave up before even crossing the line. It's something that I need to tell myself at the end of every race. No matter how tired I am, I need to have that kick, just like Michael Haskin. So gotta kick no matter what, and don't stop running until I finish and I cross the finish line. So yeah, okay, let's get to the good stuff. Okay, so starting strong, I'm gonna show you my first ever pair of running shoes, or at least the shoes that I used to run with, which are these ones right here. This good old, I like calling them the green Goblin Phyllis. This was a shoe that I had I'm pretty sure it was my it was my middle school season. I had the shoe and I would race with it both cross country and during track season, and no matter what I did, tempo, running, walking, this would be the shoe that I would wear. Still holding on. Now I use it for like any outside work, like lawn, taking care of the lawn, taking out the trash. Okay, first up we have the daily trainers. Now, I have not a lot, but I have a couple daily trainers that I just kind of started obtaining throughout my running career. And one of the most friendly budget ones that I would recommend, it would be this one's the Nike Fresh Foam Arishi. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but these are awesome. I feel super fast on these, even though they have quite some cushioning, not so much in the toes. You barely have some in the toes, but every time I run in these, I feel so fast. I normally don't use these if I'm gonna go slow, just because I know I'm gonna feel it like stomping the ground. But if I'm going fast, 6:30, 7-minute pace, these are good shoes to wear. They're good looking, they're fast, and they're good in the budget. So daily trainers one. Then we have the Nike Windflow 9s. These ones the ones that I got last year, my junior year, that my dad bought them, and they're almost also brand new. The sole on the bottom, they're still good to go. I think I probably have 130 miles on these, maybe even less, honestly. But from the front, they're kind of already beat up. I remember getting these for around $60. So this is just a really good shoe on a good budget, that it's good for your daily trainers and get those easy miles running on. So yeah, last year's still good. starting strong with the Pegasus, the Nike Air Zoom Pegasus 38s. Okay, so these ones were ones that I got late my junior season. I also use them for easy runs, but more like faster tempos. I like kind of changing it. Like some days I will use the Nike Windflows 9s, and then I like changing it up another days and use these ones, the New Balances. Or some days I'll change it to Nike Pegasus. You know, I'm blessed enough, fortunate enough to have, you know, some shoes to pick from. So I like changing it up every now and then. So, but this one have a lot more grip. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. If it's raining, this is the shoe, just because the grip on the bottom, it's super good. And I like going fast. Rainy days, these are my go shoes, my easy daily trainers. Okay, next up I have my Nike Pegasus 39s. This is probably my main and favorite shoe for daily training. I don't know, if I would have to take a guess, I have around 250, 300 miles on them. And the bottom, the sole is still pretty good, almost brand new. Little dirty, of course, but they're running shoes. They're not meant to be pretty. They have great cushioning. I use these for warm-ups. Normally I use them for zone 2 or zone 1 workouts, cool downs, warming up. Sometimes even I just like wearing them throughout the day just because they're super comfortable. A really, really good shoe, the Pegasus 39, and man, I just love them. Next up, these are brand new. I bought these literally the day of the meet, which are the Nike Pegasus 40s. So now, I haven't really tried these because it's brand new, but again, they're almost similar, not identical to the 39s. Now you can see a lot of cushioning on the shoe. I like the colorway, and it matches my school colors, so that was pretty cool. That's why I also got it. I'm gonna go ahead and say that they're almost like this, maybe a little more cushioning. Not sure what's the difference or what the Pegasus 40 have, the 39s don't. Pretty sure this is gonna be my new daily trainers. I'm not gonna use them yet until I kind of wear these out. So these are used in the rotation until I need them. Okay, next up, I have the Bowerman Prototype Air Zoom Nikes. So this is, even though these do not have a plate on it, it's harder, has a bigger, a more poppy plate, even though it's not like a carbon plated shoe, any of that, but it is more of a faster shoe. Recently I've been doing a lot of long runs with tempo, so I use them for that. So these shoes are really fast. I wore them maybe no more than 120 miles is my guess. I've run in these shoes. They're really comfortable. They have a lot of cushioning on the back. They do actually have the Nike React X and the Air Zoom foam, which come hand in hand, and they used to feel awesome for long runs. They're super comfortable, and mostly use it for tempo. If I have any race on concrete, this probably will be the ones that I use. Okay, so I'm just realizing I did not talk about my long run or easy long runs on one shoe. So when I have long runs, which are nice and easy, no tempo on them, I like wearing the Hoka Clifton 9s, if I'm not wrong. So use a nice easy shoe that is really comfortable, has quite decent foam. So yeah, forgot to say that, but long run shoe with no tempo on it, this is my go-to shoe. Hoka Clifton 9s. Not my favorite shoe, but I mean, gets the job done. Can't complain. Alright, let's go back to the video. Moving to my spikes. So my first ever spike that I owned was my sophomore year, if I'm not wrong. And it were these babies right here, the Nike Rival Distance. I remember I said, man, I need me some spikes. I need some spikes. And so I told my dad bought me, I said I wanted these spikes in specific, so we got them. And these spikes were cross-country spike and track spike. I remember they held pretty good, but I'm not sure what I was thinking or what was going on to the point where you can see the spikes. I guess I walked in concrete so much that I was only able to get one off, and I'm not sure if you can see, but we tried taking some off. They just never did, so I stopped using them, and I had to get other ones, which we're about to talk about. But yeah, I mean, if you're just starting on the sport, these are a good starting long distance spikes. They're not super expensive, but they get the job done. They're light, and for fast workouts, I think I prefer running on something like this on grass than any other daily trainers, you know. But yeah, really good shoe. Now if you have the money to invest on a better spike, I would recommend so. Now my second spike of my season was junior season, I believe, or late sophomore year, I can't remember. I got the Nike Mambas V6 because the same reason that I wore these off so much, I had to get new ones. So I got this ones mainly for a 1600 meter run. So I use this ones for the mile, and I mean, I just love the design on these. You can see the bottom, hopefully you can see those like plastics, like mini spikes I like calling them, but the grip on these are insane. These are super fast shoe. Not the most comfortable shoe, I'll tell you that, just because it doesn't really have any cushioning. It's mostly done for 800s, maybe in 400s, but with 5 spikes on the bottom, nice grip, and super fast shoe, like wearing them for the 1600. I have PR on them, so, and I just like the design. I mean, all white, pretty sweet. Recommend these a lot. I'm not sure if I would recommend these for cross country, but if you're running track like 800, 1600s, for sure recommend. Next up on the track, it's the good old Nike Dragonfly spikes. So these are a classic spike on the long distance running community. I normally run the 3200 meter run on these, and these are absolutely comfortable and fast. And you can tell the plate, right? So I like it. It has total of 6 spikes on the bottom. It's a pretty comfortable shoe. Again, pretty fast. Normally, if I'm doing a hard workout, a track workout, some speed work on the track, I do it on the track, and so I would usually go for spikes. So that's why I don't really own any carbon plated shoes, which maybe I should, maybe I shouldn't. So far, I haven't seen the need for me to get one, and I mean, it's a pretty cool looking shoe. Can't ever go wrong with pink, and they're just nice looking, really fast too. We just saw the Nike, the Dragonflies track now, which is the shoe that I'm racing with this cross country season. Is the same Dragonfly, but the cross country version, a little more heavy, just a little more heavy. They have the Nike Zoom React X plate, if I'm not wrong. Super fast shoe. This was the shoe that I actually raced on my season opener, and I felt super fast, super comfortable. Out of the blue, you really feel that cushioning, but when you're running, when you're on the move, it propels you forward. So that really fast bike. I just really like this colorway, white with a couple of orange and green. I'm looking forward to get more races and miles on these babies. Okay, so that wraps up the video for today. Shoe rotation, pretty short video, fast video, but I just needed to record this video. Actually, today is the 27th, so I'm not sure when I'm gonna post this, but when you do, I have a meet tomorrow at Pittsburgh, so that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be another video, and keep in mind we got more interesting videos coming, not only running related. I can just tell you that more videos like this are coming up, a lot of good content coming up, and a lot of good things are happening right now, so stay tuned for those videos. Subscribe if you haven't done so, give it a like, let me know what else I should do. Thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see y'all tomorrow.